Well, the only reason, yeah, in it, you approve it.
Okay. All right. Why?
Magnets for you. Magnets, refrigerators.
Do not put that near the computer.
No, don't put it on the computer, please.
Yeah. Not what I'm looking for at the moment.
Not trying to lie to you, Dana. But that is for PARs.
Okay, I am definitely showing the wrong side of the camera. Not that I don't like seeing my own face, but I don't really. So I'm not a pretty man. No, I don't want user facing. I want the other one. Okay, it might be right. I forgot to bring the attachable camera. I'll just have to face it towards you guys. Okay.
Are we already live?
Yeah, we're live.
Is there anybody?
No.
Can you pull up the participants icon so you can see what people are doing?
All right.
Okay, good. I didn't know if that was
Panelists
the
is
chat.
one, attendees is going to be who
Alright.
joins. Let's see. Let us send out an invite in chat.
Well, only Kalina shows up, we won't be able to do a meeting.
No. We only need
That's what you
enough.
need. You know, you need-
We only need enough people to start. To actually have a meeting, there's no minimum number, although it's not very meaningful when you are missing.
Okay.
Oh, this is the second one that gave us this, so we need to remember that.
Well, you can only miss so many in a year.
3.
This is the second time he's missed due to work, so I think that it goes back.
Who knows? Maybe he'll make it in to the Zoom at some point. But
Well, this is the thing is, I was like, you should be able to log in.
okay, where?
So he's busy for it, which I understand.
Yeah.
Let's get clean in a few minutes before we kick off. It's a pretty quick meeting.
Well, I've got stuff.
Yeah, you'll get your day back.
What? Stop that. I'll minimize them. Fine. I still want to be able to get to the part where they, okay, here we go. Where is the link? Here we go, link. Can I copy the link? Okay, back to the call. Now back to group. All right, there we go. So in the chat, which 3 of them immediately saw, you're one of them. You're also one of them.
Yeah.
And Heidi. And only Cora and Kalina. Let's see. Yeah. They're the only people that have been on recently. In addition to the 3 I just mentioned. Okay. Okay, so now we go here. No attendees. Close that. Oh, that would be why. Okay. People could not join before. I just click that.
Let's see, it's all over town.
There you go.
Perfect.
All right. Okay. I'll switch seats slightly. Oh, oh God. We have a backup secretary?
No,
We could record the meeting.
yeah.
I mean, he is recording?
Wow,
Is it
yeah.
recording? Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's probably the easiest.
All right, I'll just send her the video. and have it.
Here, transcribe this.
Yeah.
That'd be miserable.
Yes, it would. We'll give her a few minutes though, or probably another 2 or 3, and then we'll. I don't want to waste too much time.
I mean, you can check to see if they're saying anything on the thing, and they can certainly click their way in. Yeah. 'Cause-
I don't really saying anything on the PC.
So there are a few things I'd like to talk about if we can. The bank accounts one.
Yeah.
Fundraising. And,
I've got good options for bank.
But if necessary, these are things that we could do in chat, if absolutely necessary.
No, we need to do it here. Well, it's on the record.
No,
At least,
she-
making a bank account.
Yeah, well,
Something we need to
Clea said she's on her
Actually
way.
vote
So.
on. Yeah,
We're done.
okay, good.
Yeah, she said she was on her way. Now, on her way, I'm just leaving my house, or on my way, I'm just, it's out.
Yeah,
Here, how about this? What time is it?
I took it was a little harder for me to find the place because I did not read. I was busy packing stuff. And it's been a gas mask day for me.
I
It's
hate
been-
this whiteboard. This is terrible. What time is it?
No one can read that. If it helps.
It still can't be read?
Yeah, no.
No, it's not thick enough.
Damn. I hate this whiteboard.
You get an A for her efforts though. It's a whiteboard, not cardboard?
You hear that?
Yeah, that's just old. It's lost that protective film on it.
Someone tried to clean it with something you're not supposed to.
Probably bleach. That one looks like it was a cover on it.
Can someone
Yeah,
bring
but they
up,
won't see it.
see if anybody's making a comment on the post that went out at 30 minutes, 1:30?
No, none.
Okay.
None that I saw.
Okay. Well. And that's with my phone now.
See that giant-
Do either of you
Still
have,
can't see
No.
yeah,
it. No go then.
I mean, if you filled all that in, they'd definitely be able to see it.
Not on this whiteboard.
You might get
I mean,
charged for it.
you might,
I don't think it would come off.
We might
yeah,
get charged-
yeah, that would be the concern, right?
Might get charged for a new whiteboard.
No, I have video evidence that it sucked before we got here.
Let's not worry about it.
Yeah.
Tell you what,
I tried.
no, we'll go ahead and.
Yes, but also video evidence for your concern about actually doing it before doing it. It's kind of a double-edged piece of evidence there.
But I ruined it by using it in its normal use of function.
No, you haven't ruined it yet. I'm just saying, if you were
If-
to use like
No, but that,
chalk and
oh, well,
stuff.
see, that'd be different.
Right, just like,
No, if they tried to claim I ruined it by using it normally and I have a
Oh,
video
no,
of myself
no,
using it
that's
normally.
not gonna get you in trouble.
Yeah,
That's-
that's within
It's
normal
using,
use.
it's using something that you're not supposed to use on it that would get you.
I had a teacher in high school use a permanent marker on a brand new whiteboard, and it's the funniest thing in the world.
Let me. First, third,
Where is
fourth,
the room?
fifth,
Third floor,
get it?
ask the lady. Toward the back,
Third.
near the architecture section.
So
I think I hear her.
Yeah, all three of us seem to have replied to it.
Oh, there it is.
Thank you. Mhm.
Hello.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
You can probably go ahead and move that trash can.
Oh, yeah.
I doubt we'll have any.
Oh, well, Gabe emails, he's not coming. Did anybody hear from me?
No one's checked the chat in a couple of days outside of the people that are here and some people from the state.
Yeah, I don't, well, Gabe's not in the group anymore. He removed himself from the group chat.
Well, I
Oh.
looked again and I thought I saw him come back, so I don't know if he just had us, but he sent us an email saying
You won't be able to make it.
yeah, but that does present us with a problem because
It's a
he
second.
can only miss 2 and stay an officer of it. So it looks like.
Yeah, 2 in a row or like,
You're looking straight at me.
it's 2 in a row or 3.
He's
Total.
he's still in.
Uh,
He's still there.
Yeah, so,
and has he made any of them yet?
the first one,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, he made the
Dave-
one, he made the one at,
yeah,
Pizza
he
Central.
left.
Okay. Yeah, then.
Do we have anyone logged in watching or?
Not
No?
yet. Sorry. Yeah, no.
Okay.
One thing we
Here's
could,
another, yeah.
one thing we could address, I think both of the times that Gabe missed was because he had a work commitment at the time. And then there was some discussion about moving the time of this meeting out of Sunday into another day of the week. I think
Yeah,
if
that's
we,
fine, but if he's not gonna participate in the chat and tell us when he's available and when not, that's not.
well, what I'm saying is, I think if we, I don't know, if we adopt a more Zoom heavy meeting, it might become more available. People might have an
Yeah.
easier time.
Yeah,
I'd like to just, so before we even begin, I'd like to suggest our next meeting is a Zoom meeting, and then we judge we judge how effective that is and how we move forward.
That's a good
My
idea.
proposal.
We can do that when we, because that's part of the new business next meeting.
That's a new business.
Okay.
Okay.
yeah.
Let me bring
But we have to officially start before we can actually start
Right.
discussing things.
yeah,
Okay.
sorry, my
Like-
minutes.
I was-
Oh, did
just-
everyone already sign in? I'm so sorry.
No,
guys.
we did not.
You had the role.
I have the roll call, okay.
All right.
I assume you also
Yeah,
have,
this
you got the agenda?
location might be a problem too, because like when I went over and I was like, where's 3A? They were having trouble
Yeah.
thinking they need to recheck me in or something. And so, you know,
The
the
person-
direction
the
to
per-
get people.
The person I asked knew exactly where it was.
Yeah,
Oh,
Did you
okay.
ask reception or did you ask security?
Just who's over at the desk over there. I just wanted to kind
On the
of
left
to
is
it.
security desk, on the right is reception.
Ah.
So the security won't know, the reception will.
Oh, okay, so, but either way, I mean, if people are trying to come, that could be difficult, not having an exact location every time, and then,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
so I don't know about,
all right, well,
let's see, so.
Do you need the repeated contact information each time?
Probably
I
not.
don't think so, yeah,
Probably
not for
not.
us, I think we just did our name, signature in our office,
Okay.
so, but we need to, okay, well, we'll get into that when we do the roll call on here, so let me do, so we don't have any guests that were coming, do we?
I don't think so.
Okay.
None that contacted me. The last contact was like, hey, do you have a bank account yet?
That was me.
No, no,
I did have.
that was,
Blake DeBlanc had asked to
Yeah.
attend, but I don't, he told me today that he's not gonna be able to make it.
Oh, okay, that's good that he at least.
that's McIntyre. Or somebody.
all right, let's go ahead and call
We have
the meeting
another.
to order. Oh,
Yes,
let's get,
let
so
me
I'm gonna
just-
call the meeting to order, just call it 2:15.
2:15
Yeah, sorry, I went things.
round, okay,
Yeah,
so, okay, so you motion to start, anyone second?
Second.
I'm so excited, thank you.
I can't wait to see these all overlap.
Yes, yeah,
all right, so first objective is roll call, so we have Joseph Reynolds, chairman.
Oh, Carrie Kennedy at large.
okay,
Fred Forrest, treasurer.
Kalina George, secretary.
Outstanding, no guests, nobody online.
No remote attendees at the moment.
All right, everybody have a chance to review the May minutes?
Uh,
I reviewed them.
I did
Any
not review
changes?
them. I was tired.
Okay. I reviewed them, Carrie reviewed them, so I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Sure. As a point of interest, though, which is the way we interrupt. Can someone send like a email to the campus coordinator, Dustin, because he loses track of time every time, and he'll like jump
Oh,
on
you
this.
mean right now, or
Yeah.
a message?
Yeah, just send an email.
I sent him a chat, but it is an email, just
Okay.
me specifically.
Yeah, send an email. Yeah,
With the
'cause
link?
yeah,
Okay,
that would be helpful.
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so second one.
Because he does not check the chat often enough, and
Yeah,
he just forgets and like loses track of time, but he actually does join in remotely. So.
okay, so,
Yeah.
let me just add that one.
Need to get with him, start planning for something in September when they do their big organization meeting. You know,
Yes.
we do need
Which
to do
meeting?
that. That'll be a new business day. We'll bring it up, new business.
That's,
Okay, sure.
no,
End of my interruption.
No, you're good. So
that's like the fraternity and charity and like the get involved. Yeah.
yeah, we'll bring that up at new business.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I totally missed. Okay.
No, you're good.
so Did you send the email?
No, I heard you typing, so I assumed that's what you were doing.
No,
Oh,
she's
no, I'm sorry, I'm typing what you guys said. Okay.
right. She's the secretary. She
I'm
has
the
to keep that.
slowest typer.
Although, if you want, this
Yeah, the
is
secretary.
recording. I
Yeah.
can send this to you afterwards, but
Yeah.
it's still time consuming to go through a very boring, slow video.
Yeah. Okay, so you're,
We approved the May minutes. Did you get that?
yes, we
Okay.
did that.
Is
I
he,
just had to add
is
it
he
in.
muted Llama too?
Yes.
Just making sure.
I have no new members, no membership changes right now. Move on to
Well,
reports.
Well, so we have a bylaws issue though, is that.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no,
What am I,
you're
how am I
good.
supposed to interrupt with those? Sorry.
Point of it,
Point
point
of
of it,
interest.
but you don't have to do that when it's actually on
Relevant.
this
Okay.
discussion.
So we have a bylaws issue because officers can only miss
Two
two,
or three.
3 a year, 2 in a row.
Is it two? It is two in a row.
row. So, I mean, we can bring up the bylaws after,
But he's not an officer.
but yes, he is,
Vice president.
vice chair.
Wow.
Chair.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that would
So he is removed
mean,
from that position.
I think at next meeting, we would have
We wouldn't need to
to,
make a motion.
yeah, or do we have to do it now?
I want to propose we wait till next one.
Oh, okay,
Sure. So we can take time to read the bylaw, make sure. you get
Well,
it.
that, but I'd also like to send them a heads up. Okay, man, it's your second meeting in a row, bylaws specifically state, how
Sure.
I know it's bylaw, but we've only been around for 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Not in a rush to start kicking people out.
Yeah.
well, so he would not have to be kicked out, just somebody else would have to replace as vice chair.
Right,
but-
or we don't,
yeah.
but we don't have to have the position, so I would propose, I would talk to
Oh,
him,
is
say, hey,
that wasn't a,
Yeah,
the
the
vice
3
chair-
necessary in these.
yeah,
okay.
so my proposal to him is say, hey, how about you, let's move you to a member at large, we're gonna get rid of the vice chair position,
Okay.
because you've already missed 2. And then if there's an issue with consistency and stuff like that, or if that's something you want to do, we'll figure it out. We are gonna, when we come to the next meeting agenda, we're gonna propose, me and Carrie talked about this earlier, we're gonna propose doing a Zoom meeting next month.
Yeah.
Just during the week sometime, probably a Monday or a Tuesday, whenever more convenient, that way maybe more people might be able to attend. We'll talk about that in a minute, but in regards to Gabe,
Mhm.
I'll send them an email.
That's a shame, 'cause, like, they can already attend via Zoom, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I also know that a lot of times on Sundays, people really like their Sundays. So let's be flexible. Let's
Sure.
kind of play with days and let's find a day where we feel like we get a better hit, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so instead of deciding the time for next meeting, we will discuss
Okay,
over,
No, I think we
next
did.
couple
I
of
think
days. I think
Decide the day and time.
we decide the day and time, but we just be more flexible.
yeah,
With it, and then
I mean,
that
we
way,
can-
but that way we can go ahead and post it. It is a Zoom meeting, and we can start planning for that. But like I said, we're going to discuss that here, when we get further down the line.
Sure.
That'll be, the next meeting one. But yeah, we do need a, I was gonna kind of bring the gay thing up at officer reports, seeing who's not
Okay,
here.
sorry.
No, you're okay. I don't have anything to report. I don't know if that's good or bad. All my stuff that I want to talk about is gonna be during the business thing. Dave's not here. Craig, I know you said you have some stuff you want to talk about. You want
Yeah.
to wait till we get to the business, or you want us to talk about
Well,
that
first thing
now?
first, does anyone have any receipts or expenses they had since last meeting?
No, but did you still need from the last meeting that credit card charge to be shown? Because I can look back again through my bank accounts. I
It's
hadn't done it. I
helpful,
believe it was
but,
112, but
I have it already recorded. I just don't
Okay.
have proof of it.
proof of it. Okay, I'll just go through my accounts just to be sure that exact.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you gave me money right then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
you paid 60 and she
Yeah,
paid
16, I
52.
paid the rest.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like 52. Mhm.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I
because
just
then I
saw-
also bought the,
That was for the renting the,
No,
yeah.
that was for the,
Yeah,
that was
the
for,
rental
for
price.
that.
Nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, I thought it
Yes.
was 60 for the 2 hours, not 60 an hour.
Yeah,
That's,
Oh, it's 75 per hour. We
That's
were
true.
just only there an hour and a half.
yeah.
Okay.
okay, yeah, I definitely see the need for a library.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah,
That's-
well,
we
Uh,
can't
but the
keep
Zoom,
that pace up.
Yeah,
the Zoom's about $50 a month, so,
okay. So then we
That's actually
better
doable.
utilize it
sorry,
then.
it's,
Unless we're
A
under
little
45 minutes, which we shouldn't limit ourselves that way.
No.
That's-
All right, and then Lena, any report?
No. I added something I want to talk about to the end of.
Sure.
this too.
so.
Yeah, actually, I got,
Under,
for
under,
the SCC thing, I got something I talked to you about, but it's not really related to this.
Okay.
yes, it's not
Well,
a secretary duty or,
Okay, so
Yeah.
we'll talk about it after.
yeah,
Well,
it's just part of the agenda.
well, is it about our upcoming SCC?
Yes, but it's not official business related.
Okay,
I'm just letting you know that I've got something to discuss. I've already discussed with Carrie. So
okay, let's see.
you don't have to leave. We can,
let
as
me
soon as we
really
end, I'll
quickly-
talk about it.
Okay, so quickly, just to go back over the SCC report, obviously, we don't have any new, because there hasn't been an SCC meeting, there hasn't,
Yeah,
really been much going on,
there's a
but
meeting in July. but,
July, yeah, so is everyone planning to attend?
Um,
Because it's here in
yeah.
Scott,
Yes, I'll
and
be-
we're all invited to attend, it's at,
I
Bezos.
do believe I
Yeah,
intended to
it's
go,
that.
but I don't remember at this moment whether or not I clicked on yes for that.
okay,
But I'm a part of like the committee for that, so
yeah,
You probably should be there.
I should
Yeah.
probably do that.
So
yeah.
you'll
I'm
plan
on
to
the state
go?
committee for SAC meetings, so.
okay, perfect,
This
so,
is July 10th?
yes,
Okay, okay.
Saturday, I
I'll
think
take
it's
your word
like
for it.
12 to 3 or something like
I do
that.
remember it being somewhere in Scott.
Okay. Yes, I have it on my calendar. I will be there.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on to old business.
And Joe, you're gonna be there, obviously.
whole
That's
business.
what I gotta talk to you about.
Yes. Oh, okay. Um,
I should have printed this out. Oh, well.
So old business billboards, we're still kind of in limbo on that one. Craig, those people that we've been talking to, or is that just kind of died down? Do we?
Well, we need a bank account before that's gonna happen. Because it won't happen until after the SEC meeting, because they need to speak with the SEC, and we need a bank account before we can cooperate with that.
Okay,
Uh,
so I'm gonna go ahead and tie this into,
So that one, we need to have our July meeting after the SEC meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect, okay.
Okay.
So
All
let's
right,
see.
so-
we'll do that.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring up opening a bank account to tie to this, since it's kind of a,
Yeah.
because it's also
It's a
gonna tie.
labor.
Mhm.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get that. We'll
Okay, so.
jump the gun, so what do we need to
I
do?
talked to Iberia Bank. They have just a standard business checking. It's basically perfect for our needs. There are no minimum. You can have up to 100 expenses a month. It's very simple. It's not interest bearing, so we're not making interest. But, there's no fees that will hit unless we like try and overdraw or something.
Okay,
Um,
Iberia Bank. Sorry.
Iberia is good.
Yeah, so an Iberia checking business, we just need some amount of money to start. And there's no minimum, so
I'm at no minimum.
no minimum.
I can get you like 50 bucks. I don't have it on me, but I can get you $50.
I'll
Sure.
get 50.
I'll get 52.
Okay.
Do you have PayPal? Can I just-
No.
Venmo?
I don't have anything other than my bank.
Okay.
That doesn't help me at all.
That really does.
That's fine.
We'll figure it out.
Don't worry, I'll open it and y'all can put money, you can give me the money or just, put it in that bank account.
I'll just give it to you and you can.
Sure.
What I'll do, as soon as you have it open, all I need is the account number and the routing.
Yeah.
There may be,
Yes.
actually, no, we'll have a phone call because I'll probably do the microtransaction confirmation bullshit.
Yeah, or
But,
you guys can send it to me.
We'll,
Yeah,
Oh, no,
I
you'll be
mean,
the one
I'm
there.
definitely going to send you all the
yeah, once
information for the bank account.
we have that, we'll set up a PayPal and then you can just donate directly to PayPal.
What's gonna be your timeline for getting that open?
Uh,
Well, actually, do we need to
Okay,
make
so you're
a,
gonna set one up for the account.
Yeah, I'll set up a PayPal that links directly to that bank account. So that when you get to that PayPal account, it goes to the PEC account.
in
I
time?
will do that, this coming week.
Okay.
Okay. And speaking of what we talked about for the PayPal info or the social media thing in our previous conversation, let's make sure obviously to do PayPal. Craig has some log information and then choose one other person to have that log information, it can be me or it can be.
Okay, yeah, same. The
I don't wanna
dual
mess with
access.
it.
Yeah, let's get,
So you two.
It'll be, I
well,
will,
for that, I at least want like 3 involved. I
Okay.
want
Well,
3
well,
points of
well,
access for
uh,
PayPal.
I'd like as many people as possible
I want
for
to,
looking at it, because I don't want even the accusation.
you can put me on it. You can put me and Craig on it.
There are
I don't
restrictions
wanna
for
do
who
it.
I can put on the bank account access.
Bank account's fine, but I think we're specifically talking PayPal now.
Oh, sure.
PayPal, I believe I can give access to.
Just
any number.
PayPal, you don't, you
Yeah.
can't take money out of the account, you can just put it in.
PayPal, you
Yes, you
can.
can.
PayPal, you can pull money out. But
Then there are some legal restrictions on who can have access to that.
What are the, okay, so who can have access to it?
Well, president and vice president, obviously, but it's mostly just a number.
Okay.
I'm only
So you
looking at
wanna
like,
figure that out?
I'm only
or-
looking at like 2 or 3 people.
Yeah,
Like, that's it. I don't want it to be where like 30 people have access. to it. I literally
Yeah.
want like, you need
Yes.
that, you need
Yes, I
access
have
to it, absolutely.
Uh,
I want somebody else to have access to it in case you
Sure.
can't get to it.
Yeah.
Also, it's just an oversight thing. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
Or just.
if
You
Craig's
should
been-
always have 2 on the account, that's generally the number,
Right,
and it usually is the treasurer and CEO or president.
okay, well, just let me know what information you need from me to do it. When you open that up, if you need any of my information, I'll give you whatever you need.
I mean, you'll be able to do it, but I'll just
I'm talking
essentially,
about, I'm talking about the
essentially, I'll
account,
just,
for the account itself, not
Yeah.
PayPal.
yeah,
Okay.
I'll just send it
So. so
to you.
Joe
Basically, I'll
and
just
Craig will
add you
Mhm.
to the account and like send you the passwords and shit.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. If you
You
need,
don't-
but if you need,
I don't need anything from you other than like your name and email. Because that's,
okay, you should have that. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So,
All right, so that was a little.
now you'll need to like log on and put your information in to their site once I send you the link, but
So do we have a login from
Yeah.
anyone remote?
No,
Okay.
no.
Do you want to talk about, oh, sorry, are you on doing something?
no, I was gonna move to the next thing. of
Yeah,
digital
let's-
attendance.
Yeah, exactly, that's what I was about to say.
yeah,
I'm following your agenda.
Oh, you have my agenda, okay, yes.
What'd you think I was looking at?
Well, I thought you
Don't
were
answer
something
that.
with a bank account, oh, yeah. Okay, all right,
So yeah, the digital attendance, anything you need assistance from that, or you got that hammered out? It looks like we kind of.
well, it depends. We haven't had the last time we did it, I accidentally did Zoom meeting instead of webinar. So kind of, not the last actual meeting, not the meeting that we had to talk about message and staying on message. That was a webinar.
yeah, that worked really well, if we're gonna use that for digital,
Yeah, that seemed to work best.
that was a meeting, you said,
No, that's a webinar.
okay,
I accidentally did meeting for our
the previous.
May meeting, but for our staying on message, which we had everybody, but well, there's one person who just let themselves be anonymous and lurked, but we had everybody except.
Y'all looking at me like I did that?
No,
you
no,
were
no.
there. You were there.
There was somebody,
Who was lurking?
I didn't notice anyone.
I didn't notice anyone.
They
Only you
they
knew
were a
that.
number, not a name,
We didn't
and they
know.
didn't say anything. so they were lurking.
I think that was Gabe.
I think, yeah.
No, Gabe spoke. He was there. He was there by name.
Sometimes when you dial in by phone,
Oh,
like if you have
it shows
computer
it,
issues and you have to like, you have
No,
the
but they-
option to sign in with your phone or sign in with
They
your
never
computer.
said anything. They never did anything. They just,
Then in the future, we should ask about like,
I did ask.
they did
I didn't
identify.
sure. Yeah, I remember that. All right. Well,
I just asked, I sent them a personal message.
Okay, so last meeting
I would
about.
say-
I asked if that was
In the future, we may consider just booting people if they don't speak up and say who and identify themselves. That's something, that's a security issue.
no, I mean, this is open to the public. Anyone is allowed to join.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I was talking about the.
Oh, yeah,
meeting
that one.
governor.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a private meeting. This is public.
Yeah, this is public.
that one.
Oh, that was
That
different.
was a
Who ran?
week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that,
he ran that.
yeah, the one we were talking about was invitation only. So I don't, like, I put the invitation in our group chat, and that was the only place I put the invitation. So it was somebody in the group chat or given
Zoom
to
is
somebody.
not secure. So Zoom is like if you're,
Yeah.
you cannot discuss, like, I know at work, I can't discuss classified info via Zoom. It's
Mhm.
not a secure, so I mean, things like that do happen.
Yeah, yeah,
All right. Well, we need to remember that moving forward. So.
yeah, but that could have either been, I would have been the guy from the state, because he was,
We won't worry about that.
yeah, it could have been,
Okay.
yeah.
We'll move on.
Dustin.
We don't
So,
have to worry about having any of that recorded.
okay.
About the record, we don't need that in the records. You can
It's hard, of course.
strike that.
Oh,
You can strike that from the records.
I
I
don't
make a
think that-
proposal
I don't
to
think
strike
you
it.
Or
I don't
do
think
I
you can
have to
actually
put
do
an
that.
actual X
No,
Just
I don't think you can actually do that.
Where-
We don't need that on the.
Okay. Last meeting about messaging was webinar and it works well. We will do this again.
Yes.
Outstanding. All right. So the next one would be me, live event attendance, which we're gonna move forward. We're gonna move into new business. I'm gonna tap Carrie here for the community involvement. I had a list, it's at work, of a couple of festivals that I'd like to do. The idea is just to get out there and start getting libertarian name out there. I know there's a lot of people, right, that really don't even know who or what libertarians are. Also, there's a lot of people who,
Libertarians don't.
well, but there's a lot of people who have like a really wrong image about what
Yeah.
libertarians are. So I would
Yes.
like to start.
Yes, you can thank federal.
Well, yeah, but I would like to get out there and start correcting that and building it, right? But I don't wanna. I didn't, I thought it just popped in my head, so I'd like to not just think about Lafayette area, like I'd like to reach out to other, you know, so I wanna reach.
All the surrounding parishes.
Yeah, I'd like to reach out to Heidi and Shannon and the state people, which I guess for the state thing, you can bring this up about it. The idea is to start doing festivals and things like that and going out and making public appearance, but we need something from state. If we're gonna start doing this, like, we need to know what state is okay, what state is not
I
okay
see.
with.
Okay.
Cause I don't wanna be like doing this and the state find out and be like, that's not what we want at all, right?
Yeah, or if it's not in there, it's in someone else's area or something.
Well, we're gonna focus on us,
Outside our
but
parish or-
bring that up and say, hey, this is something that we're gonna start doing. We're gonna do it. We wanna be able to assist other areas too. Like
Yeah.
if Lincoln Parish up in North Louisiana is doing it, I'll drive to Lincoln Parish and do it with them, you know, basically.
Yeah, okay, so
Yes,
partnering.
so
Yeah,
the state director of communications messaging. He joined our chat. That he would
Who's
be
that?
the
Keith.
key.
Oh, Keith Thompson.
Yes.
Yeah, Thompson.
I don't-
Thompson.
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
But bring it up. I'm gonna have, you know, at the SEC meeting, I would
Sure.
like it to be brought up there.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. So now I'm
But,
gonna let Carrie take the floor and talk about
Okay,
what.
hold
No, I
on.
have
So
one
the-
more thing about that.
Hold on.
We need to talk to state very thoroughly if we're going outside of parish too.
Yeah, that's what I was
So if
saying.
we're staying in parish, we just gotta talk to Heath, and that'd be the only person we have to
Not
talk to.
missing.
Because
That-
that would
that's-
just,
Well,
that's
as long
why-
as we
that's
stay
why-
with the platforms, if we check the party platforms, we don't need to ask anybody.
no,
As long as we
it's
look at the
it's only if we're
platform
not
and
sure,
we feel it reflects, yeah, if we try to pick something different,
right,
No,
but.
that's, you know, we would do that. So
Yeah.
basically what's gonna happen today is Kerry has a list that he wants to discuss, opportunities for us to go to. They're all local.
Okay.
All
We
these
should
have
have
been
done Pride
Yeah.
yesterday.
okay.
All
I
of
felt
that,
really bad because I didn't realize till like Wednesday that it was happening.
And I Pride was originally on my list, and then
Okay.
I took it off because, oh wait, it's too last minute, we can't get that, so
Yeah. I
we're gonna
didn't
do
know
Pride
what
next year.
Okay.
That's gonna
perfect.
be top of my list for next year, but for this year, I have identified there's 2 in particular coming up that I'd really like to attend.
Okay.
Actually, let me back up,
Okay.
because I've broken this out by how much each one of them costs,
Okay.
and what I think their value is gonna be. The goal of this is, instead of spending $2,000 on an ad campaign, we'll spend $2,000 on a charity event. These charity events will often thank their donors. So we're gonna look for the charity events that do thank their donors within a reasonable budget, so that we can get our name, Lafayette, the Libertarian Party of Lafayette Parish, supported this organization, thank you. And then as people go to the event, they see this thing and they say, oh, the Libertarian Party, they're supporting charity, how awesome.
Yes, a lot of organizations will not accept a political
That
party.
is, yes,
endorsement.
that is something I've
Okay.
noted.
Like,
We're
you're
gonna,
definitely not gonna get that festival international, there's no way.
I have ideas on how to overcome that, but I want to get one in particular first, the Games of Acadiana. And they have taken in the past.
Yeah,
Political.
Games Acadiana, they are very open to.
They have taken the
Yeah.
Republican and the Democratic Party in the past, so I think that they would take this. The Games of Acadiana is $2,500 for the minimum to get a thank you. This is I forget what they call it. It's like the bronze package or something.
Yeah.
Everyone
I
calls it
remember
something
all
slightly
that.
different.
I've dealt with them.
Yeah, so their minimum package is $2,500. So it's one that I've identified as I think this is a good one. They also do Camellia Crossing, and they do I didn't write it down. What was the other major miles per ed? There's one other major miles per ed fundraiser, but all 3 of these, Games of Acadiana, Community Crossing, and one more.
Okay, so games.
I'm a little confused how we're going to get, because there's 3 elements to this. There's how many people see it, how many times do they see it, and
I think that's what he's got all figured out.
okay,
The goal is less. So we would get more eyeballs if we spent this money on an ad campaign. Absolutely would.
yes,
100% agree with you. If we spent $2,500 to buy the front page of the Lafayette Times, we would get a lot more eyeballs.
But
I think the but is I think we're
Yeah.
gonna get more useful eyeballs,
Yeah.
more agreeable eyeballs by practicing what we preach and living what we say.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that's money. I think that's money better spent.
what
I'm
did you
just a
say it was
little
called?
concerned
Miles?
about,
That's the miles per rent.
PERRETT.
Now that is a high, I know that that's a high number. I found some others.
yeah, but
The Scott Boudin Festival is only $250 for the same, that we get the
Yeah.
same minimum level. Thank
The-
you. The
And
Celtic
those
Bayou.
were all ones that you vetted that they'll, or you believe that.
I have not vetted the
Okay.
Boudin Festival or the Celtic. This would be a risk that if we say, oh, we're definitely gonna do this one, there's
Yeah.
a chance we'll get rejected.
Okay.
Tell you what,
plus they only have.
And I have an
some-
idea about festival that may or may not work. We'll talk about that. in a
Okay,
minute.
so Scott Boudin Festival, and what was the other one after?
The
that?
Celtic Bayou Festival is $500 for their minimum.
Okay,
think
I'm a little concerned about not increasing the understanding or appealing as a party, because we're just putting our name without context, other than we support something local.
Yeah.
That's not helpful to
So
us.
I think it's a 2-pronged approach, right? So the first prong of the approach is like we start going to these events. We have a tent. and
Yeah, if
just-
we have a tent, that's a different thing, but
Right,
that's a
well,
different price.
Right, we're going to be at some, like, we're going to sponsor these things, but we're also going to be there.
And even without a tent, we can all be there in our yellow shirts talking.
Yeah, giving out, magnets or water or whatever, and just answering questions and talking to people,
Do you have yellow shirts?
we will get some.
That is part 2 of my discussion.
Okay, there we go. So we got uniforms.
So hey, sometimes you gotta let people finish
Yeah.
before you start trying to poke all the holes in the plan, because sometimes they're not done, and they've already answered your question.
Okay, so
Well, it
community
will.
crossing miles per hour. So
All right.
those are each 2,500. Sorry, I'm so slow. How much was the Scott Boudin?
The Scott Boudin is $250 for their minimum.
Very cheap.
And
Okay.
The Celtic was $500 for their minimum.
Okay, got
And
that.
Festival International is also $500.
Oh, okay.
For festival, the solution that I would like I don't know how well this would work, but the idea would be to create another 501c3. That organization would be the one that gives to Festival International, and that other 501c3 would be like Libertarians of Acadiana.
Okay.
And our political party would support this.
They will not accept that.
They won't accept that. Okay.
100%.
All right. Well, I was
Like,
trying to come
I've dealt with it
brainstorm.
every year for like 7 years now.
Okay.
They will not accept anything remotely political.
Okay, well then let's
Okay.
scratch. Then maybe we could go to festival as a vendor. We won't be a donator. There'll be other
Well,
ways
I
to
mean-
get that market.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could sell. the
We'll
kind of stuff that you-
sell
Yeah,
instead. Yeah.
yeah, that you can,
That'd be one of
you
those,
might be able to do.
you go selling product, you expect to lose money on that.
Oh yeah, yeah. That would
Yeah.
not be we would not
Yeah.
make money on that one. That
You
would
just
be
go
another
out and get
expense.
your name out.
Yeah,
So some of
we could
the,
do something fun, like they could come to our booth for something fun,
Yeah, I mean,
if we did. So will they not let a political party have a booth at all?
Not on Jefferson Street or in any of the major venues. The only place that you would be able to have it, assuming you're doing it that way, is in the, it's the, where
Arts.
everything is right next to each other, the bunch of stalls,
the market or
the
arts venue?
the flea market.
Flea
essentially.
market. Okay. I don't
Hey, that
think we
one-
do well in the flea market.
Yeah,
Well,
I
we
don't
do
think-
well in the arts venue, but not the.
No, we would not be
I
able to
think-
get,
I think festival may not be the best approach, right? Festival may be one of those things where
it's also,
we just go out there, like I said, the big thing is to get our names out there, right? So we just kind of go stand there and hand out water,
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, like that's something.
Yeah.
We're outside your water
Water.
bottles with our label. on it.
Right, or
Yeah.
outside of the event, yes, people are coming, you catch people coming and going, you got ice water,
Right.
right?
it's also Festival International, but international, which doesn't necessarily help. If we are getting, it helps a little. I mean, there are Libertarians outside of the United States, but
You know, I have never seen someone handing out water at the bus stations at Cajun Field, where that line gets pretty long and you're standing in the sun waiting for a bus to take you downtown.
Oh, that's how they, okay.
Because I've always had to park at
We
Cajun
would-
Field to
We
get on
would
the
have to
bus.
make sure we could. We would just need to get permission, but,
Yeah.
so let's start exploring some of those options. Let's not worry about spending money other than like, I got plenty of ice chest, so we don't need ice chests. It would just be bottled water. Costco sells those incredibly cheap.
When
I
is
see.
the festival international? Is
Like-
it not until next year?
Yeah, this is
It's-
2022.
Okay,
yeah,
so they
so-
totally skipped it this year.
Yeah, so we're
Okay,
just,
I didn't
this
know
is,
if they
this is
rescheduled.
just homework gathering for that.
Okay,
Let's see if, so I propose or that we get more information. I don't think we need a motion. I'm proposing if anybody would
Yeah.
support this, we get more information that they'll accept for the
yeah,
Celtic
we
and
can look into it.
That's what I'll do. My next step will be to reach out to the ones that I've identified. We also, I mentioned 3 miles per hour. We don't have to do all 3 of them. We can pick-
Chronologically, when are they?
oh, the soonest one.
The Games of Acadiana is August and Camellia Crossing is November. I did not
Okay.
write down the dates of the Scott
Month
Boudin
is-
or the Celtic Bayou Festival.
Boudin Festival is usually in the fall,
Okay.
if I remember correctly.
Okay, so
If we're going to make it to the August one, we need to like contact
I-
them very soon.
I would probably say that August.
for
little-
$2,500, it might be too soon.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, we might, well, I think we have a better chance if we commit to it for November for the
Yeah.
Camellia Crossing.
Yeah, that's a more reasonable time frame.
Okay,
I think the Camellia Crossing would also have a bigger impact for our area, what we're going for. I think if we're gonna do it, Camellia Crossing needs to be the one we need to focus on. You're gonna
What
get a
is-
lot larger.
That's
Bang
it's
for
a
your buck.
5K.
Yes,
oh,
5K.
yeah, that would be really good.
Yes.
And then
It's
the
a lot.
waters thing
Okay.
and stuff,
Yeah.
or we could do kind of little stuff like that. Okay. So
Well,
we're looking
well,
at
and a lot of
community
people-
I'm not very familiar with it.
So Camellia Crossing, it's a 5K. I forgot what they raise money for.
That's for miles per hour.
Yeah, it's not
Cancer
right, right.
research.
But they have
Oh, great.
a lot of other stuff other than like they have. They literally make it like a little mini festival. Last time we didn't run it. We just walked through and they had a bunch of booths and
Do
stuff
you all
like
know about
that.
Maddie's footprints? That might be good.
No,
Because I
Yes,
feel
look
like
up
there's
Maddie's
an untapped
footprints.
resource with some moms, and so I feel
Absolutely.
like that could be a really good
um,
one.
and then if y'all
That's
think
in
of anything,
October.
send them my way.
Okay, I'll look into
And
that.
we'll just start making a big list. I'll get all the pricing and I'll reach out to these people as we go.
Lafayette Parish puts out a calendar every year that has every festival
Yes,
in Acadiana.
yes,
And I literally just remembered that.
Okay.
they do. Although the problem is it was definitely put out by the city parish council. Now put out by the parish or the city council, or they both put out, I don't know.
That's so
The
confusing.
one that I got We
I
got
think it's gonna be Paris.
the one we got last year had stuff that was in like New Iberia and St. Landry.
Did
Like
it
it,
just show up in your mailbox?
no, we had
Or
to
like
order
you
it.
had to buy- Oh,
We had to
okay, cause I
request
got
it.
one
No, I
from
mean, you
Karen
can,
Crow,
you
but
can just get it from there.
It's on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the internet, but we
Oh,
went and
gotcha.
requested it, but they did a really good job of doing every festival in like
Yeah, they do,
the
they
surrounding
do,
areas,
they do a
so.
fine job.
So,
I like I like looking at their, cooking
okay.
cook-offs.
So y'all wanna
Yeah, they
look
have a lot of that
on the
stuff too.
website then?
Yeah,
Somebody-
I'm like, I would die if I went there, like, I'm allergic to red pepper.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know how well y'all can see this.
yeah, you showed those some thing, I like.
I think I
I
did
mean-
send them out to the group. So I have a couple, just for when we start doing these events, we'll need, backgrounds, t-shirts, everything.
Is that libertarian goal?
All of these are the right fonts, the right colors. I'm
Yeah.
very particular about that.
Yes, it looks beautiful.
Okay, so we've got t-shirts. This is a banner to go behind us in a tent.
It seems a little small, at least for the, like, Lafayette portion.
That is the same size that we have on our website banner, our Facebook banner. And it's the same font size recommended by the marketing. What I'm gonna do, if it does.
Yeah, I mean, the libertarian looks like the right size, it's just saying,
So what's the price point?
being
Okay.
able to see Lafayette is difficult if I'm
Okay.
not looking at the shirt.
These are just mock-ups for pricing, so we can always adjust that later. T-shirts are, there's two ways to print them. We can print them one at a time as needed, or we can print them in bulk and get a bunch of different sizes.
Okay,
Yeah.
A bulk run would be about a $300 flat rate. And I think that works out to somewhere around $1.50 to $2 a shirt, if I recall correctly.
oh,
And then printing them individually is $5 per shirt.
okay,
I can't imagine us getting out 150 shirts.
let's see.
That's why I kind of lean towards the printing them as
Yeah.
needed.
That's a good
Printing
idea.
couple for
Printing as needed,
festival.
yeah, printing as needed.
It'd be like that same drop ship type
Like
of.
And
it-
it's
it-
exactly the same thing.
Like, unless we're not making it Lafayette Parish and actually giving them to the other parishes,
Yeah.
like, there's no way we're getting out 300.
100% my mindset on all of this, any printing media that we should do, is we should do it low cost and we should do it with low investment
Mhm,
and easy return.
yeah,
So we should utilize things like drop shipping, utilize things that will individual printing. We shouldn't really be buying in bulk, because I think you're right, Craig. We're not gonna
Right,
sell
like
it.
unless we're giving stuff to the area.
No.
so that-
yeah, maybe if it was a shirt that was funny and desirable,
In a
it
different,
would
yeah.
be, but
Yes.
since it's more our logo.
Right,
might be
like,
here.
So we're gonna
not-
try and do this kind
But
of.
those are. for
We're
us,
not
right?
getting 10% of all
Yeah.
libertarians in Lafayette. That's
Yeah.
not-
So what about,
not happening.
how
So
much would that be?
Okay, so then it'd be $5 per shirt we buy them as used. And then the backdrop banner was, I have a high estimate cost of $300.
Okay.
That's like, they gave me a price range, so I just picked the highest range of all of it.
What's the back?
Okay.
You have a 10x10 tent. This is a banner that goes behind us.
Okay, and the actual dimensions of.
Actually, it fits the 10x10 tent.
Yeah, it
Okay.
covers the back wall.
It covers, back wall, thank you, not backdrop, back wall.
I've done with a lot of outdoor meetings.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, and then I don't have them, I don't have a cool design, but if we wanted to buy, which we don't have to, I have one, it's just.
How much is it?
If we wanted to buy one with its printed on it and it has our logo and everything printed, we're gonna be paying $850
Okay.
for a tent.
Okay, but to start, you have,
To get started, I have a tent, a little
Okay.
mildewy, could probably use some Clorox, and it's
Okay.
kind of hard to set up.
I mean,
If I have to buy a 10x10 tent, that's not, we will use it, so.
yeah, I mean, if
Yeah,
we're
that's-
spending more than $2,000 a
maybe you
year
can
on,
get something more
going to
big
these-
put on it,
like,
Okay.
like. just
Something
liber-
reusable then.
Like
Yeah,
this is-
so
Or I
we
could
use
just-
it for all
I
kinds
could
of stuff,
probably
you
get something that's just yellow.
think? Or plain, yeah, that would be best,
Okay.
yeah. that
'Cause
might
then
be
if
best.
we-
Then we can put up the
And you
sign
also-
or different signs depending on what.
We
we're
also, if you find a better deal, you don't have to buy the frame, you can just buy the printed canvas and put that on any other. So if we have a better deal on a frame and you wanna get that instead,
sure,
then we'll just get the printed.
if we are
canvas.
gonna do booths, like I want to say libertarian as large as possible, because
Yeah,
I do too.
No-
I want that yellow beacon to be seen from 30
Yeah.
miles away.
yeah.
Yeah.
just because I
Well,
want to
that's
use it
yeah.
for 5 years.
Yeah.
I don't want to,
I
Okay.
like
like,
so-
if we're actually going
Yeah.
the route where we
Yeah.
are pretending we're
Yeah.
spending thousands of dollars to attend these things
Yeah,
with a booth,
Yeah.
it's worth spending $1,000.
This is
to
Some of
get
the
it.
right yellow
This is
only,
one of those
no,
things
no,
where-
I like that. idea.
Yeah, either one, whatever you think, end up thinking is best. we can
Yeah.
go with it.
Get some,
Yeah.
do the tent, bright yellow, with the Libertarian logo on it. Then let's bring that to the state. See, we can't get them to support.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
And then we can
Because
They
share
might
it.
want more than one too.
Right,
Yeah.
well, they might want more
And
than
that would
one,
bring
which
the
makes
price
up,
down.
right, but also it's one of those things where at the SEC meeting,
Yeah.
we're gonna make this presentation, this is what we're going to do. Following, state party guidelines and platform, we're going to start going out, make public appearances. We would like to start doing this statewide and assist other states. This is our plan. This is what we're looking for to do. We need some assistance, but also this isn't gonna just be limited to us. Like if another parish wants to use this equipment, we'll bring it to them. We'll meet them somewhere, or we'll partake and go in there and we'll do it with them.
Sure.
With that note, I'm going to make a similar suggestion for our tablecloth.
Okay.
The tablecloth I just chose a white tablecloth.
Yeah.
I find it easier
We
to,
might want to leave off,
same deal, leave off Lafayette Parish,
Yeah.
only say Libertarian on the table.
I think when we're doing these public things, we need to be more party specific or ideology specific,
Yeah.
not
Local.
locale specific,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And this
Okay.
gives us a bigger
yeah,
opportunity for the state to look
Yeah.
at that and be like, yeah, I like this idea.
yeah.
So if you can draw off something like that
Absolutely.
and just
Yeah,
know
especially
that,
if we're gonna go, sorry.
If we are gonna go,
Yeah.
this route,
Uh-huh.
I would like to ask, I have one more design here.
Oh, I love it.
This is where I'm gonna change the colors before we actually print, but this is a working QR code that leads to the Louisiana website.
I think that is a must.
Yeah.
So that all you have to do is people
And it
walk up.
takes
Oh,
them
cool."
right to the Am I a Libertarian poll.
It can
You
take
know
us
what I'm talking
anywhere
about?
we
You know how
want
they have
to
that, or Am I a Libertarian, like,
Yeah, they have,
little
okay.
quiz that they do?
I can do
Because I
that.
remember at first that
Yeah.
my dad was like, you are a Libertarian, and I went and I don't know if it was on the state party's site though, it might have been on that.
I mean, it
But
brings
it was
us to
kind of
wherever
fun,
we
because
got.
you're like, oh, I am a Libertarian, what the heck, like,
Although once it's printed, we can't change it.
You
Okay.
can if you use it as a rerouter,
okay,
uh,
so flag with QR. code,
So
I
that's,
like it.
because you could
I
always
would
go
also
to a
recommend-
website, it's simply a rerouting,
$50.
which is, okay,
We're gonna keep it simple.
okay.
So I would, if we're gonna scratch.
saying there's no
Lafayette
additional
County
cost.
Signage.
Okay.
I do recommend this sign, but I would like to create another sign that also has like the Acadiana flag or Lafayette on there, so we're
Oh,
already
yeah.
doing local events, we have at least
Yeah,
have
like
one
the
item
little-
that's Lafayette.
Okay,
No, I agree. We do need a few things. We're doing local events. So
But
do
then
you
our backdrop, our tablecloth, and our tent can just be generic, that can be reused at multiple
Mhm.
events.
okay, so do you mind drawing up some stuff?
Yeah, that's easy.
Having some basic calls, put it in PDF form.
Yep.
And then, we can either bring that up to SEC or we can shoot that to the state.
yeah,
Which probably we'll end up doing, just shooting that to the state and saying, this is what we're doing. And at SEC, I think, Kalina can bring it up, and say, hey, this is kind of the game plan we're doing. We're already setting ourselves up to be able to use this statewide. Actually, probably more than the state, but, this is the route we're moving forward. Who wants to get in on this, right?
mhm,
So, you
Let them
know,
know there's bulk discounts for mass printing.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
all
can
right,
get
cool.
this.
So you got kind of a short time frame.
Yeah, I like
I
this,
can get that done.
I like this more than all the
All right,
other
cool.
things we've discussed,
do you think you could
Flag.
compile something and talk about this at the SEC meeting?
sorry.
Yeah,
Instead
absolutely.
of, okay,
What was the
because
purpose
it's
of the
harder for
flag?
me to try to explain what you're,
The
you know,
what's the
than
purpose
it's
of
for
the
you.
flag?
So
No,
please
price.
there.
The price of the flag.
I can actually.
$50.
Okay, yeah, I like, this is my favorite so far.
I really like that too. Well, you know what's cool about those is you can literally like just set those up anywhere. Go
Anywhere.
to the
Yeah.
store, like, hey, can I just,
As
Because
long as
people-
you have ground that it will go in.
No, you don't, there is a little disc that sits on the
Oh,
ground,
Ah,
Sure.
and it
It's
has
got
it comes with its own stand
Gotcha,
for that price.
okay, so you're gonna compile a
Great.
little
so you
report.
just need something flat.
all right, so
Yeah,
we
or,
have,
hold it up with ropes.
Oh,
we
no.
have we've taken care of,
No
That's
duct
all
tape,
the
no
old
rope
business,
split.
right?
that's all the old business, and
Yeah.
we've already done the open the bank account and the community involvement.
See, so we'll say that was,
These
Trying to keep
painters
this
can't
more-
come off, so.
chronological.
Um,
Okay,
Well,
so,
based on that, let's go ahead. I'm gonna jump again. We're gonna go ahead and talk about the increasing voter registration, Kalina.
okay,
I think that ties in
Yes.
directly to this. So we need to make sure that objective, and I don't mean to overtalk on your
Oh, that's fine.
Could you
Yeah.
repeat that? I didn't catch. that you said that.
Increasing voter registration.
Increasing voter registration, yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
I think, I feel like that's something that hasn't been a focus in any of the discussions of, with the states. It's like nobody's talking about it directly. So how can we increase voter registration? So I think these things are good, and
Yeah.
then we have to have kind of a call to action at,
That,
at the events, or a way to follow up with them to continually nudge them, like, maybe you wanna be a libertarian,
Uh,
the email
and,
lists.
yeah, with an email list, we can build stuff like that. I also think it's like,
oh,
if we were a business, we would be marketing
Mhm.
ourselves, and what I've noticed with a lot of the libertarian stuff is a lot of the stuff appeals to people who are already libertarians. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like with
Yeah.
all the different discussions everyone does.
I'm not
I'm not
trying to
talking about
expand the
us.
market.
I'm talking about like some of those different, groups that they do, or talks and stuff, or even some of the memes. They're very appealing to
To
libertarians.
libertarians.
And specifically like people who have always been libertarian, they have they're deep in, and it's,
Yes.
but
Mhm.
I don't think those grab people
There are
from
a lot of
outside.
There are a lot of people
To
with the
wanna be a
libertarian
part.
mindset that are not registered voters,
Yeah,
and reaching them
yeah,
can be
Well-
pretty difficult if you can't figure out a good way to find them and identify
yeah,
them.
but
Because they're the people that, when they like the school was like, when you're signing up to serve, like sign up to vote, and
Yeah.
they were just like, no, I don't
yeah.
want to deal with the government.
So I think
I
we
reject
have
that kind of stuff.
yeah, there's some of
So,
those that
so
we might
those
not get at
people,
all.
those
but-
people are the ones we want to find.
Yeah,
We
because-
want to
But
find, I think what
what
Clea said,
I wanna find is people that aren't like a typical libertarian,
Maybe
and
they're
show them
registered
that they
Democrat.
really are. Yeah, registered Democrat or a registered
Yeah, I think-
Republican.
Yes,
Because
but they're
we
already
have gun
registered, but
laws.
that's great.
We need them to change
That's
them.
that's even
register-
better. But changing your registration is cool.
Yeah, so what,
Let her finish, let her finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is there's things on both sides, and I try to bring this up in that clubhouse, and I think it didn't land right. People weren't understanding what I was saying, but we have stuff that appeals to, like, some stuff might be more right wing, like the Second Amendment stuff. Somebody might think that they're, a Republican because of that might be the most important thing to them. And that's why they identify. But if they really sat down and looked at stuff, they might realize, wait a minute, I just really want gun laws, but I'm a libertarian. And this is what's keeping them on that side.
I think.
So then there's the same thing with the Democrat side. They might want different things, like, how we have a lot of like the trans rights and stuff like that. I think that might make people think that they have to go Democrat,
You can look.
but they might really be a libertarian and they just don't know it. And we're not getting in front of those people and showing them the right message in a way that appeals to them.
I think that was kind of that's a big idea with this community involvement.
Yeah.
One, I think getting names out there.
Yeah.
Like I never
Yeah.
thought about the charity thing. I think that's
Yeah.
great. Also I think being involved when we're at these events. The big thing, I like the idea of having a libertarian sign, but also having a small sign is like, could you be a libertarian?
Yeah.
And that QR code that I
Yeah.
had, that could be to the
Yeah.
political quiz, it could be to the
Yeah.
sign up, to change your political affiliation.
Yeah.
Before we send that off to print, we could discuss.
And that's
that
pretty.
also isn't the only one that we
last
could do, we could
24
have that
Yeah.
all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so something like that would be worth exploring. Let's keep it small.
Yeah.
For this go around.
Let's see,
But let's let the ultimate agenda being what Clean is talking about, but so actually I think they all kind of tie together. Let's
Yeah.
focus on.
Oh, the
Yeah.
agenda is to get more
More
voters
voter
by
turnout.
way of
Yeah.
doing. these
Right.
events.
And some of the things we can also talk about is like, okay, just because you are a registered libertarian, some people might be like, oh, what if I at some point want to vote for this person?
Yeah.
And letting people understand, kind of how that works, like, because people might feel like,
But
you know what I'm
I
saying?
think a lot of times people do, I think it's a big thing, it's like the beauty of the Libertarian Party is like, you can be a registered Libertarian, but if you want to vote for that guy, like, you can. Like, I think there's a big misconception, a lot of people have, like, I'm Republican, so I've got to vote Republican. Like,
Yes.
no, that's
Yeah.
not.
So if we kind of like explain that to people, then they might, if we increase voter registration, then we're gonna increase confidence in the party. And so when people see a bigger market share coming to us, then they're gonna say, oh, well, I can't even vote for the Libertarian that I want, because look, they have, all we need is 30%, and then it's all split in thirds, you
Right.
know? And we don't have to get to 50%, so that's why I feel like if we start to kind of get people into, you know, the party, then people, and show like,
Yes,
social proof
I'd like
of
to get
people
5%.
joining
That
and
would make
stuff
me
like
very
that.
happy.
Yeah, so I don't know, I think that's just,
Because
it's
that
like a
changed a lot of
long,
stuff. there.
Yeah,
a long process, but
Uh,
I feel like there's a lot of messaging that we can do to show people that like they might belong with us.
So let's,
So we're gonna focus more on getting them to register.
Or just
than getting them to vote.
or helping people to discover that they might actually really be libertarian.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think-
and how like that is, I don't know, can be beneficial, but also not totally, you know, pigeonhole them. in
I think the
certain
big, I think the big
aspects.
thing is you're not trying, you gotta be careful not to try to like push people in a direction, right? The big thing is to get
Or show
Libertarian
them
name out there,
something they identify with.
show them, what, and the other thing is like, there's a really big, I can't think of a word, animosity amongst the two-party system, right?
Yeah,
But people don't really know there's.
The duopoly, yeah.
Yeah, so I think the idea would be to start breaking down
yeah,
that ideology, right? And so
Yes.
how do we do that? Like, the big thing is like,
High pump along.
right, I think the big thing is that we don't want to go out there and say, hey, could you be libertarian? You could be, register right now, right? I think,
No. yeah,
I think the thing we need to do is like, could you be a libertarian, right? And
Actually just occurred to me,
uh,
the state has a door hanger that you can print
uh,
or have printed. And it has a little political quiz on it.
Yeah.
So this is another option that we could do for marketing. This actually came when you asked me to look
oh,
up
yeah,
pamphlets.
that's awesome. Yeah, that's like probably what I took
So
when
it's,
I.
so we can hand those out.
so this is something that if we wanted to do like door-to-door canvassing, you can hang on people's doors.
Nice.
Yeah, that's another
Okay.
option.
That's
So,
where I'm gonna start.
how
Yeah,
much are
those
those
are-
and what did they?
I hate it.
Oh, I'll do it.
There you go.
What's
People,
up?
we've door to door with like some real estate stuff, and people are like hiding when they see you get to the door.
No, I have to wear like an
Oh, no, they
industrial
do.
gas
Yes,
mask to do that, so like, no one's gonna answer the door happily when I.
Oh, with your, yeah, let's see, those things. Okay, so how can we get from people,
I had
so,
so much trouble with my breathing when I woke up today. I had to wear my gas mask off.
So we're gonna tie that into Carrie's thing. So something that you could do.
Yeah.
While he's creating all the media and stuff like that. You could start doing some research on how other organizations do it.
yes, yeah, and that's what I've been trying to look into, kind of is like, if
I was
you
about
treat
to
it like a
say-
marketing.
There are two things dealing with exactly that. One, the attacking the duopoly to raise third party is exactly what God, the Kingfisher, Huey Long.
Yeah.
Uh, we can steal stuff from his speech as long as we're not deliberately stealing it, because we don't want to associate with Huey Long, but
Really? I mean,
but like taking the attitude of dealing with duopoly can be okay.
you don't want to be a benevolent dictator?
I mean, Hitler learned how to do his hand movements from Huey P. Long, so
Shit done.
he did, but he also was a senator and governor at the same time, which is very, very illegal.
Not then.
Oh, no, yes, it was. They,
Worked out.
Did it though?
He just-
did die early.
he did, there were two assassinations. One that was done by two former governors, the current mayor of New Orleans, and like General Motors or
Yeah.
whatever oil, one of the major.
All we know for sure is that.
And they
Huey
did
Long
it publicly. They publicly tried to assassinate him. And
I'm
that
not
was,
adding any of this stuff, what
All
are
right.
we missing?
We are
everything.
still on
I'm
record
going-
though.
yes,
going
this
back.
is still
Oh, no, I'm
It's
just,
not
I'm trying to
even
get
just
the
recorded,
official
it's live.
text to those door hangers, sorry.
Let's keep some of these.
The other thing
jokes
was
short,
one
but
that-
not live.
Yeah,
How
there
much
was-
are the door
there was one
hangers?
How
misconception.
much? It would be,
the
I didn't
balance.
price it out because we could do local.
Oh, I thought they had like, oh, I see, we'll just. print it.
Anybody
Okay,
who's
it's
been
a
voting for the
PDF
last
download.
20 years.
Yes, it is.
I see, I thought
We
it
would
was, they
send
do
it.
like 100.
No, we'd send it to a local printer like Keelco or something, and they would print
Yeah.
it with the right cuts and everything.
I see,
but-
okay.
Anybody who's been voting in Lafayette for the past 20 years will
Okay.
know that on the ballot, sometimes
I think they're-
only Democrats are running for a position and sometimes only Republicans are running for a position.
Yeah.
So everyone's used to some degree of voting outside your own party, because
Yeah.
you have to.
Yeah.
Like, you literally,
I know a lot of
It's
people
in
who
your
don't
face.
vote.
Yeah, I mean, that's
If
true.
it's just Democrats or just Republicans, they don't vote.
Yeah,
I used to do that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
Okay.
yeah, I don't believe with that ideology,
okay.
whether the person does or not, right? Maybe the person,
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons why
Yes.
that's one of the reasons why I became a libertarian, because it was like, I was tired of only seeing people in
Yeah.
that, in these two, boxes, right?
Mhm.
And
Okay.
that's the main reason why I got
That's
involved
your
into it.
angle.
Yeah.
That's your angle. That's how you convince people to leave the duopoly. You
Yeah.
give personal testimonies.
But yeah,
You can,
that's,
because you
Yeah,
can tell
that's what I was
people.
talking about, like the social proof, the
Yeah.
personal,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I
can-
became like Joe. the
I
perfect
became a
example.
libertarian because
Because-
I was,
Yeah.
that's your
Yeah.
post on,
Yeah. But then we
we're gonna
need to
chat
get
later.
all,
Yeah.
yeah, but he
That's
didn't
not
do
for this
that.
meeting.
And all,
There's your governor post right
yeah,
there.
and all kind of new people that we get and stuff, we
Right.
wanna highlight them, this is
So-
so-and-so, they recently realized
This
they're
is-
libertarian.
This should be homework for all of us.
Yes.
Why did you become a libertarian?
Yes, yeah,
Write something up, 2 to 3
oh
sentences,
my god, it's gonna be a paragraph, yeah.
a paragraph, 4 pages. It has to
It'll
be.
be an hour-long dissertation,
I'll try to filter it down if I need to.
yes,
I don't be short and sweet just because that's how I write.
Get-
yes, yeah,
So,
I've been a libertarian since I was like 11.
yeah,
I'm gonna give y'all homework on this part, because this is gonna be media for our pages.
There's no way I'm
Okay.
gonna remember.
yes,
I'm
thank you,
just-
that's
I'll
exactly
say
what I
that.
want,
I've
like
been
our
one
picture and like.
Since
our
I ever
personal-
thought about
Yes,
politics, I
and
was a
we can
libertarian.
use those over and over.
And it'll be your statement of
Yes.
whatever. But yeah, send me why you became a libertarian, or how you got to where you are now. And then I will
Oh,
filter it how you need, Craig.
yeah, yeah,
Interpret that how you need to.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
And then, yeah, that's because that's how you're gonna get people to leave
Yes.
the duopoly.
yeah, cause they'll be like, oh, Joe did it, I'm actually a lot like Joe,
Yeah,
There
yeah.
there is
do that
If we
too,
wanna
or,
go
you know.
nasty with it. We can
Yeah.
like point to Hong Kong and being like, those protests in Hong Kong are because they're not really given a choice of vote.
Some
Like,
people might
Here,
have-
here, the duopoly doesn't really give you a real choice. They're just different ways of
I think that's-
screwing it.
that's kind of the misconception is people have is like, oh, I have a choice. Like, no, you don't. You were told, you were literally
Right.
told what your choices are going to be, and I have a problem with that. That is
Yes.
fundamentally not what
yes,
America was founded on, nor it's it's what we stand for now, but it's not what we should stand for.
Yeah,
So,
but we can
So,
definitely,
we'll
we
do
can
that.
definitely reference the struggles in China to that end.
I think
if-
if that were
if
your
we do
reasoning for
that's it.
becoming a libertarian, that should absolutely be in there.
Okay, I'll make
because
my
that
husband
is-
make one too, cause
Are you
he's a
gonna-
libertarian too, yeah.
I'll make my partner make one, because
Yeah.
he pretends to be a libertarian since I am to keep.
Oh, yeah. To go. That's
like, man,
funny.
you don't have a choice. This is happening.
Wait, was
That
it, is
sucks.
that him, was that had said that they had, who is that, that somebody chimed in and they were like, I have 12 of those on my fridge.
Oh, yeah, that's my partner.
That is
That's
him,
it.
okay, I wanted to, but I couldn't tell if he was like, you
No,
know, your
yeah.
mutual friend or.
He- no,
anything,
he-
but I was
the-
Like, that must be his partner.
The reason this was open today
Yeah,
is because as soon as it arrived, he said, oh, magnets, and he started playing with them.
oh, really?
He did. I don't think he even knows what the porcupine is, because he was asking like, why are you getting so many porcupines?
Porcupines.
To be fair, I had totally forgotten
I didn't-
porcupines were the symbol of libertarian.
Did you get your shirt, by the way?
Yeah.
I was gonna bring mine, but it was in the laundry
I'm gonna
because the colors are wet. Uh-huh.
I'm gonna do another attempt.
Okay, what did you not like about
It would like stick out to here on
Oh,
me. It was
oh,
like
yours
wrapping
did?
around, yeah,
Did
and it
mine?
didn't fit well. And I'm glad I did a small run with this
Yeah.
company,
Yeah,
because
Turkey always jumps
I
to
just
mind.
thought-
And
I
think
thought it might look
libertarian.
good on.
Not that it
a
has anything to do
turkey.
with libertarian party,
Yeah.
it's just,
I mean, I always liked the bald eagle.
Maybe like.
it was
feel the ball.
Ben Franklin's, vote for,
The
National
turkey.
bird.
yes, instead of the
Oh,
bald
that's
eagle, he
funny.
went for,
Yeah.
went
Well,
for turkey.
We wanted the turkey over the bald eagle, one, because it was native to the area.
Yeah,
Both
the
the
colors on the
Bald eagle's
black
still
was a
native to
little,
North America.
like, it would look good on gray, I think, like it'd be
Okay.
brighter.
Okay.
Cause I ordered a black one, I don't know what.
I ordered a white one.
Oh, okay, it
because you
might have
ordered
looked
black.
good on white, 'cause
It didn't.
it didn't, it was a little dull.
I think it's just a printer. I'm gonna use a
Yeah.
different
I
company.
still really
different
like it though,
fabric.
I wear mine all the time.
I'm gonna do women's sizes too.
Oh, good, perfect.
Thank you for
Yeah,
that feedback.
yes.
All right, so we're gonna, the last
Okay.
one, we got two more things, we'll go ahead, governor's race, I think that'll be something we'll discuss. I don't want that to occupy a lot of this time,
Yes, I hear
Okay,
there's
you
a
wanna talk
libertarian
after?
running for
Well,
governor
okay, let's just put
Uh,
something, hold on.
this next time around.
Yeah, it's,
Okay, so Joe.
this is what we'll state for this.
Yeah, let's add something.
So,
I don't remember his name now.
So we're waiting for the, no,
So that conversation,
You got it.
right?
okay,
But as far as like how it pertains to us and how you want to move forward, your involvement in this, I am going to run for governor in 2023.
Woo!
So, gosh, that's the first official.
That's
Right.
the first official announcement. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're on record.
Nobody heard it.
Oh,
But-
yeah, wait until I post.
But yeah, so that's the plan. Outside of that, there's a lot of information that we still got to get, a lot of paperwork we got to do before we can move forward. Obviously, right now you really can't do anything official for the governor's race. That being said, since it is a uphill struggle, we're going to kind of start, ASAP on getting the name out there, starting to kind of do things here and there. But what I want to do is I still want to keep the momentum or the dedication to the spreading the word for libertarians. That needs to stay separate from like the government. So if we're doing something at events and things like that, going to have to like I'm going to be there, but if it's getting closer to like campaigning and stuff like that, there is going to become a separation of where I'm doing it and you guys.
Yeah, you'll have to
right?
You're being here as the the PEC president, not as the
Right.
candidate.
And
Right, and then
I
as
believe
like I said, as it gets closer, that'll change. Right now, that's
Right,
not, right,
right.
but
Once you're like 14 months out of the election,
Which,
like, you can totally,
if you are
Yeah,
interested in
sure, showing
renting,
up as-
if you're interested in renting things like tents, the PEC will have may have a supply of bright yellow tents for you.
Oh.
we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I like that. I like that. At a discounted rate, I would hope.
Yeah, absolutely fair. Then discount and like appropriate and
So that's, I think we're
mutually
just gonna,
beneficial for all of us.
I think we're gonna kind of let that's all I'm gonna say on that one. I don't really have much else to say. I don't really know what else to say. There's still so much information I gotta get, so
Yeah.
so much homework I gotta
Is there
do.
anything we missed on
The only
our
other
new
thing,
business?
only other
Oh,
thing
current
is
bills are going forward.
current bills, which I don't know if we have
Okay.
current bills.
Well, I know the governor vetoed the constitutional carry, right?
I saw
And then there's something with marijuana, but I don't know where, I
It's-
missed where it's at.
They
It did not.
legalized, no, yeah,
Yeah.
the recreational marijuana bill has been floored,
Yeah.
because it was the banking part failed.
they lost. It went down by one.
They legalized smokable marijuana for medical use.
I see, okay, so they had edible
I mean, that
for
was-
medical
it
use or
was-
something?
That
No, it
was,
like oil only.
Tinctures.
Oil,
Yeah.
oh, I see,
Oh, okay.
I didn't understand exactly how it changed, yeah.
Didn't actually do anything, but
So
no, they
bills
legalized
changed.
smokable marijuana for medical use only. And
Okay.
I still don't think they have changed the supply. You still have to purchase it through the like LSU lab,
Oh, I see,
and it's still like stupid restricted to get hold of it.
okay.
As
so
far as
for
I know.
medical use. And
sure.
then,
LSU runs a ridiculously large ag group.
Yeah, they are the largest, no, it's not LSU, it's Mississippi now, is the largest grower of marijuana in the United States.
Well, I wasn't talking about marijuana. I just meant
Isn't that ridiculous?
as a LSU agriculture is the amount of Louisiana that they, like actual land that they are a part of is
that was a lot.
it's more than
Bill
30% of.
Bill Gates bought a bunch of the rest of it.
They don't necessarily own the land, they just,
Have it.
they are just partners
Be
with
sure to
owners.
just, yeah, except there'll be no cows.
Because Bill Gates hates cows,
He
and he's
hates
buying
cows.
all this land, and he's not gonna allow cows on his land.
Mm-mm.
Watch, that's what's.
All
that's-
over in Louisiana too.
That's
and
how they're
he
gonna
bought,
get rid
like,
of-
millions of acres or something, yeah.
He's the
Yeah.
largest, one of the
Yeah.
largest private landowner.
Everyone can have a cow on my property if you
See,
guys want. There's not a lot of room, but.
There's something that's gonna lead to.
I don't know, like you got the
We'll talk
Pope's.
about all this
The
after.
Pope-
let's
Okay.
show
The Pope's got like every
So-
church in, a bunch of little small
Oh
ones
geez,
all over
I'm
the
all
world.
in the wrong order. Okay, hold on.
All right, so any current bills that we need to, so I think.
Well, all
the-
my bills went badly and I'm sad about it. but-
Well, so I think, so there's a big push now to veto the veto.
Yeah,
the
I saw that
override
with.
to
Override,
Mix.
veto. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so to override the veto, right, so.
Yeah, I don't know what our party,
How
our
can-
stance is on that. They have right?
Oh,
You have a
our-
signature thing.
Our party would support
Yeah,
2A
veto
rights,
that.
so we would support.
But I
veto
think-
the veto.
I think anytime we post
Override,
anything
override,
that
yeah.
deals with state, we need to make sure we're not, so I'm all about creating something to start, like, hey, if you support this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think
sharing
what,
it.
if we're gonna make a statement, I think the statement needs to be. This is what we support. If you support this, this is who you contact,
Okay,
right? Before we do that, let's get with the state to make sure they're okay with us.
Yeah. We can ask Shannon.
Okay.
Somebody
So-
Well,
like
that's, isn't it Keith? Do you think?
that.
Keith
That's
is
from
the
messaging.
one?
This is
Wouldn't that be a
policy.
messaging? Oh,
No,
okay.
this is policy.
and who should reach out to Shannon? Is that me?
I mean, we should do it in the chat.
Okay, yeah, in the
Yeah,
chat. so
I'll do it.
Okay.
Or somebody, yeah, as soon as we get done with this,
So keep
whoever
it
does it
detailed.
first, any one of us, Shannon, we're gonna make a statement on this. Who do we need to, basically contact your state representative? If you're in the Lafayette area, this is the guy you call, or the
And
Well,
person.
I thought
is this
that
a Senate bill or
McCormick-
a House bill?
I think to override,
The veto, because it's like
Overriding is-
the constitutional carry and stuff, I think, oh, was
So
it? I
contact
thought-
your senators.
Think so.
I
thought
thought
it was
so
the
it
House.
was things that went through the House.
Can y'all
and the
verify? Let
Senate,
me know.
Right, and then the
Yes.
governor vetoed them at the end.
It will
Yes.
go
Yeah.
through both,
And-
but which one is it right now? So I know.
I believe it only.
I thought it
goes-
was on his desk.
No,
The
after
McCormick.
he vetoes, I believe it just goes to the Senate.
Okay, so. it'll
I
come
don't
back.
think it ever goes back to the House,
Okay.
unless the Senate sends it back to the House, which they do if they make a change.
So what I will do is I'll write
But I'm not
this
completely
out.
sure that's true.
I'll write this out in our private group so
Yeah.
that you guys can review it and schedule it.
Then we can ask
It's
them
definitely how it works federally.
about what.
I'm
they
pretty
said.
sure we just
Okay.
copied how it works.
Yeah,
federally.
you'll have time to
Uh,
verify.
Okay, and we can actually, okay, perfect. So that's, I mean, I don't know if there's anything else. So our next meeting.
sorry, I was researching the thing. All right,
Oh, okay.
so,
Okay.
I was jumping on, you're good.
Okay.
I was there with the beauty.
Oh
So
my
I,
gosh, I only have 2. Oh my god, I wanted to.
I say
I
the
think
next
it'll
meeting,
save Anyways,
the next meeting, I say we do, July 20th.
Hold on.
July 20th is a Tuesday,
Tuesday, okay?
Yes.
and we're gonna try this.
Yeah,
one
that's fine,
via
actually.
Zoom.
I think Tuesday.
And you need it to be later.
Yeah, later would be good for me.
So
Sure.
let's do, is 7 o'clock okay for everybody here? I can do 7.
Yeah. I like
Anytime's fine.
July.
We'll send out an invitation to my house for anyone that wants to show up in person.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so.
So I
Yeah, I
propose,
mean, I like doing it in person, but okay.
I think there's value to having face-to-face time.
Yeah,
I don't think it's necessary for
Every
meeting.
single meeting,
And we can,
yeah.
by doing.
maybe
Zoom,
we
it'll be-
could do every other, and that would actually probably help everyone be able to show up. You know what I mean? Especially if it was like every other one to.
And since it's like, you can only miss 2 in a row.
Yeah,
The-
yeah,
the
so it help,
problem
it would be
is,
helpful, especially since. we-
From what states discovered, they lost the petition went down by about half. Once it became online.
Online, okay.
So there's instead of what you might think, it actually lowers attendance.
Yeah,
I think there's a fine line. I think when you're,
Yeah, we're trying to find a way to get it up, and we
Yeah,
just
I
don't
think-
know. how
I
to do
think
that
to,
yet.
to, more people are going to inquire or log on or inquire, right?
Mhm. I just want the fucking record,
okay, so July 20th at 7 PM.
so I can
Are we
write down their
adopting
names,
that?
like, we had
So
the.
Via Zoom,
Make a motion for the July 27 PM.
or is it via Zoom or the Google? Zoom?
That'll be,
Via
it'll be
webinar.
webinars.
Yeah,
and webinars.
I'll set up a Zoom webinar, you said the 20th, what,
7.
20th at 7.
We have a second?
Second.
Okay, so Joe, second is Carrie, okay.
All right, do we have any final business?
None here?
I just gotta put that on the calendar, so I don't forget to put it on the calendar.
Clean anything else?
Anybody want another magnet?
Um,
As you want?
I'll take it.
Take as many as you want?
Oh, thanks.
All right,
Well,
so
I
if
want
that's,
them
if that's
I still
all we
have another
have,
25.
Oh, you do?
if that's all we have, make a motion.
You don't want
Let's-
Just one on your car, come on.
Call the
I
meeting.
don't
Not
have
your
a car.
fridge? No?
No, I had too many seizures, they don't let me drive
Oh.
anymore.
How about on your dryer?
No,
your
I do not own my house, I share it with people, and they're not over here.
Oh, You gotta switch them
Sad.
over now, okay. so
Sad,
motion
sad,
to adjourn
No,
is-
one is independent, they only vote for
I
who they
motion
think
to
is most
adjourn for
effective
nobody
every time.
answered.
That's all they
Okay,
care.
so motion
Yeah,
is
so
Joe,
they're completely
and I
not
will
important.
second that,
Outstanding.
And I just don't know the other one very well.
so,
I typically
and the
vote for
time
whoever I find to be
is
most
Let's
attractive.
call it 3:20.
3:20, well, 3:20.
I woke up like the details about
guys.
every single person on the ballot for like 30 minutes each. And then I make a very informed decision regardless of party.
And I look at them and I say, man, Hillary is ugly.
God damn it.
That's how I vote. I vote for whoever's the most
It's the most
attractive.
My
beautiful.
apologies for the profanity.
I would say, I felt like Joe Jorgensen probably was the most.
She
was
she
the most
was, she
sweat.
was, absolutely
Yes,
was,
but,
100%.
yes.
I don't even know. She could probably walk in. I'd be like, "Hi, my name's Joe. Who are you?" Wouldn't know who she is. You
And she'd
know?
be like, I'm Joe too.
Yeah.
Oh, this is easy, right?
Spike, though?
Huh?
Oh, can we end the webinar and stuff? And
Yes,
then we can
Yeah,
go
then we
off
can-
go off the rails here.
as long as we end the meeting.
We already
Oh,
did.
meeting
It's
adjourned.
adjourned. It
Great,
adjourned
great.
at 3:20.
Uh,